These days, markets are going through the roof. Everybody is a happy person. If you have entered the stock markets anytime in the last 6-7 months, your happiness has no limits. You are surprised. You are surprised beyond your imagination. But in reality, most of the time, the good investments are very boring. They create so much of a boredom, you hate to invest and you feel like running away. In this episode on NRI Money Clinic, I am going to discuss why great investments are boring investments, and in spite of that, why should you stay invested. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
The kind of excitement that you see in the stock markets these days, it is pretty certain will not last long. You would have been an extremely happy person seeing at the way the markets are growing. But this kind of a growth will not be a one-way affair. Yes, markets have grown up. Markets are at a 45,000 level on the Sensex. Going forward, don't expect the Sensex to go for 90,000 within a short span of time. What can happen beyond this particular point of time? One, market may creep up slowly, steadily over the months and years. This is possibility number one. Possibility number two, market may not do anything. Market may just stagnate here. Markets have risen in anticipation of a good performance in years ahead. Markets may wait to see the result and see the hypotheses that have been put forward, will they become reality or will they remain as a dream itself? Or markets may take a nosedive and go back far behind again. All the possibilities exist. But that's not the point of discussion today. The point of discussion today is great investments are boring investments. They do not have excitement. They lack excitement. Most of the times when you invest in good instruments, they check your patience. They get a doubt in your mind whether I have invested in the right place or not. I am going to give you a few examples here in support of that, and you can see it for yourself. Indian Sensex was at a level of about 3,500 way back in 1993. Now, 10 years later, in the year 2003, if you check the facts, the Indian Sensex was still languishing at 3,500 levels. That means for people who invested in the Indian market, 10-year period between 1993 to 2003 was a non-event. You got a feeling that you lost your interest and you lost your time that you have lost, and you are at the receiving end of no performance for a decade long. But what happened after that? Between 2003 and 2008, the stock markets climbed all the way from 3,500 to 21,000. So within a short span of time, the stock markets gave you a handsome return and rewarded you for all the patience. Why did the markets did not do anything for 10 long years and they gave all the return between 2003 and 2008? The answer lies in just before 1993, Dr. Manmohan Singh has started the reform process in India. He started the reform process, but that's at the lawmaking level. But for the reforms to catch up on the ground, it takes a lot of time. At the same time, the world was going through multiple problems during this particular decade. Nevertheless, the economy was growing. Things were happening on the ground and a lot of good things were happening. But the climate was not right for the stock market to reflect its prices. So between 1993 and 2008, Sensex moved from 3,500 to 21,000. In a period of 15 years, from 3,500 to 21,000 is a long distance. But that distance was covered only in the last 3-4 years. Between 93 and 2003, Sensex did not do anything. So even though the investments were so good, 10 long years were very boring periods. Sensex and Nifty are not the only examples. Such examples are there in individual stocks as well. Such examples are there in different asset classes as well. Now let us look one popular share on the Indian Sensex, Reliance Industries. You will be surprised to see in the last 10 years, just prior to this year, Reliance did not do anything. Reliance was languishing. It wasn't moving at all. It stayed where it is. It was somewhere between 500, 600 or less than 1000 rupees level, and it did not move anywhere at all. But from last year, Reliance moved in no time and it touched 2000. So do you mean to say because it did not do anything for the last 10 years, it was a bad investment? Obviously not. During the last 10 years, Reliance was gaining ground. A lot of developments were happening. The company was expanding into different businesses. During this particular period, the company gave a lot of dividends for the waiting investors. But the conditions were not ripe for it to be reflected in the prices of the stock. The prices of the stock went up drastically up in the last 1 year. For the people who invested in the Reliance, the last 10 years were a boring period, but for those people who stayed invested, the company rewarded by way of its price appreciation within the last 1 year. I will talk about one another great investment, great company, which created a boredom period for a decade long. I am talking about Hindustan Lever. Between 2003 and 2008, the world witnessed a great bull run. Indian markets were no exception. But Hindustan Lever, during that particular period, did nothing. It was languishing. It just did not participate in the bull run at all. Does it mean to say Hindustan Lever is not a good investment? Does it mean to say it's not worth to invest in Hindustan Lever? But what happened later on? What happened during these 10 years period? During these 10 years period, by way of capital appreciation, Hindustan Lever did not do any great thing. There were no fireworks. But for its investors, Hindustan Lever gave colossal amount of dividends for all the investors during these 10 years. That is the waiting period charges paid by the Hindustan Lever. But starting from 2010 or 2011 onwards, Hindustan Lever started its upward journey, and in no matter of time, it climbed to the level of 2000 rupees per share. It rewarded all the investors for having invested in this particular company for such long periods of more than a decade. When your investments are good in nature, you have invested in a great stock, or if you have invested in a great mutual fund scheme, when will the capital appreciation happen? I don't know the answer. I wish I knew the answer for this. But if the quality of investments are good, one thing is certain, it is bound to reward you at some point of time. It is bound to check your patience. You get a self-doubt. Did I do a mistake by investing in that particular stock, or did I make an investment in a wrong way? But if you are very certain that the investment that you have done is very good in quality, if this is a company which is adored by the general public, if it is a company which has a good IT footprint, if it is not having a lot of debts on its balance sheet, if it is having great brands, it's just a matter of time, it will come up and it will go through the ladder of capital appreciation. Likewise, there is one more example. Now, who doesn't know about Infosys? Whether you have invested in that company or not, Infosys is a very familiar name in the Indian household. Between 2000 and 2010, the company of Infosys was a darling of everyone. The share price was continuously climbing. But between 2010 and 2019, Infosys did not do anything great. It got into various controversies and there were news on a daily basis, and the stock did not do anything. But in the last 1 year, if you see, the Infosys shares really started climbing up. For the investors who invested in Infosys during between this 2010 and 2019, it was a boring period. But Infosys did not disappoint its investors. When its time came, when the time was opportune, when conditions were favorable, it went through the ladder of capital appreciation. Likewise, this is not the story of an index, or this is not the story of individual stocks. The story of mutual fund schemes are also similar. Today we talk about great schemes of mutual fund. You have several funds from ICICI Prudential. You have several funds from HDFC AMC. There are several schemes from Franklin Templeton. But if these schemes, if they were existed between 93 and 2003, you can check their performance. These mutual fund schemes, what we call as the great schemes of all times today, also did not reward its investor between 93 and 2003. But it does not mean these schemes were not good. If you are a person who has invested, it will check your patience. But if the quality of investment is good, over a period of time, it is bound to give returns for you. Always, a great investment is a boring investment. You need to have a confidence that the investment that you have made is in a good quality stock or an index or a mutual fund scheme or any other avenue. While I gave you a lot of examples from the stock markets by way of individual stocks or the mutual fund schemes or the index itself, the story of great investments being boring investment is not restricted to the stock market alone. It passes other asset classes also. Look at real estate. We all fancy buying a good real estate. We think we'll make a lot of money. But even in case of real estate, they go through the cycles. There are periods, for long periods of time, they will not do anything. Now look at what happened in the real estate in the last 8-10 years. If you carefully evaluate, real estate did not do anything for you. It stagnated there or it went through a correction 10-20%. It did not do anything. But the time for real estate will also come. It will also climb through the ladder of capital appreciation. The story is same for gold as well. Gold did not do anything for 20 long years between 1970s to nearly about 2003, 4, 5, 6 period. Then suddenly gold went through the roof and it started gaining ground. Then it fell down, and for next 10 long years gold did not do anything, and suddenly you see the gold is in a bull run at this point of time. So every asset class, be it gold, be it the stock markets or be it the real estate, will go through these periods of time. Just because they are not climbing up the ladder of capital appreciation, you cannot discard them as bad investment, or you should not lose hope on that. Remember, all great investments are boring investments. If you are having an excitement in your investment activity, it means only two things. One, a time has come for that particular investment avenue to go through the capital appreciation ladder. Or you could be just speculating at what you say is happening, but those days will not be permanent. So dear viewers, I have thrown some light on what happens in the investment journey over the years. If you got something to think about and if you like the subject, please give me a thumbs up. If you are a person watching this video for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on Narayan Money Clinic. I will be back with you with one more episode very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.